It's the day after New Year's. I spent the whole day flying yesterday. I watched this episode a couple hours ago. The Star Wars Skeleton Crew. I'm tired, and Rein's advertising beer. We're here to talk about episode 6, directed by Bryce Dallas Howard. Zero Friends Again. Rein, this is the episode where the show has truly gone in an unexpected direction somewhat for me.
I would agree. It's been a strong episode, a refreshing one. I think one with moments I think we really needed for the story. Yeah, did you want to get into it? The plot and all that?
For me, the biggest unexpected thing is that it truly seems like, at least in the way that the direction the show is going, is that Jude's Law character is probably going to be separated from the rest of the crew for a significant period of time now. Basically, the long and short of it is Jude Law escapes. Turns out he didn't successfully murder the entire pirate crew. So welcome back, Steve Urkel. Didn't successfully murder the pirate crew, and he got captured by his old crew again, while the kids have been just completely fucking abandoned, and they're trying to like get back to their ship. But the bulk of the episode is mostly just like new pairings, because typically the girls have been with the other girl and the boy has been with the other boy. So we have a bit of a flip there. And we learned some new things about this. Mostly the big thing for me is that we learn a lot more about KB, like her as a person. Yeah. And two, it kind of explores how Fern has some flaws that weren't really self-evident, I think, until now, which is the simple fact that she kind of thinks that her way is the right way, and She acts very authoritatively even when she doesn't know anything. Overall, though, fun episode. I like the characters getting to know each other better. The end where they escape on the ship and then plot surprise, the ship looks cool, was really fun. Yeah, good episode. I like the new character dynamics. How about you?
Yeah, no, I think structurally, I think it was a great episode. I really appreciated. I'm sure there's like some TV tropes term for it when you flip around the characters that don't interact too much, but it's a very reliable, I guess not cliche, but it's really reliable, really effective way to get some more insight in these characters. Like you said, especially KB. Her as like someone with a disability is not something I like factored in as a possibility. Really, I was just like, oh, she has a little brain implant thing for some reason. I did not consider that's what it was. On top of it being like a tense moment, very stressful moment, her body like shutting down and having to get her like fixed in time. But it was also, a touching moment. Same deal with Fern and all that. I think it's a great trope. Also, I guess the leader who's pretty good at being leader, but still makes mistakes, and kind of the struggles they deal with that. Especially as a kid, like where it's like a really smart kid, but like they still are kind of like, as smart as they are, they're still a kid, so it kind of like limits what they're able to do to a degree. Not to like sound like too much like kids are dumb or whatever, but
kids are dumb though. That is true.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. No, it's just really touching. Really touching just to see them work together. Like I've been saying, when we have this POV of children through their eyes, like the whimsical stuff feels all the worse, or the scary stuff feels all the worse, but the whimsical stuff and the like, I guess, heart-touching stuff, heartwarming stuff feels all the stronger too. And yeah, it was just great seeing them all be able to work together. Near the end, I had a hunch that maybe they were going to try to do something like, while they're being sucked into the trash compactor thing, that somehow it ends up breaking apart, and then we find out, it's Pirate Man is here to save them again. He's using the Force somehow, and it's like he's using the Force more than he's ever forced before, and it's like, oh man, that'd be dumb. But I'm glad they got this victory through the kids got this victory through their teamwork, and yeah, now the ship even looks cooler now. It got an upgrade, and yeah, I'm definitely very hyped to see where this climax build up, see how it all goes.
Yeah, 2 episodes left, and this episode really kind of pushes the plot into a new direction. Again, I really expected like Jude Law's character would be with them the whole rest of the way. The lightsaber got taken away, but I'm pretty sure we can both confidently say that's coming back at a certain point. This does bring up, though, the one thing I'm a little concerned about the show doing. So let's get into it. The main kid, Wim, hasn't done much this show so far. And I've been trying to figure out, like, because this was the first kid. This was the kid that was our introduction. They're doing something here. They have to be. And then something occurred to me this episode after one of the other kids jokingly called him Jedi.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm thinking, oh, motherfucker, they're going to reveal he's force sensitive in the finale, isn't it? And I'm not saying that in of itself is a bad thing. No. I think that could be a well-earned development. My concern is that they're doing it in lieu of actually doing character development.
Yes, agreed. I've had a similar concern. Yeah, he's just like they try and make him. Yeah, there's just isn't really anything there. Like he doesn't contribute anything from like a plot perspective. He's not. He's just not. He's definitely. He's the least interesting as far as like personality and banter goes. And then there's nothing really going on under the surface thematically. It really seems like to make him like stand out. I just nothing really to grab onto. And like, and I don't think this is a concern, but like, he's so like unexceptional that like he's also just like kind of the worst at everything on the team, in a not very like interesting it's not an interesting way. And yeah, no, him being force sensitive, like yeah, there's just nothing. You're just adding spice to nothing, like I don't know. It's not going to.
It's like putting salt on a paper plate and calling it a meal.
And here we go. I hope you're hungry. For nothing.
Salt in of itself isn't a meal. Being a Jedi, being force sensitive is not in of itself an interesting character arc. And I'm not saying there isn't any, like, I think the kid's acting brings a lot of like good energy to the role that makes him entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I recognize to an extent that he's probably the self-insert character. And I think it's worth remembering, Rein, this show is probably even more so than Star Wars normally is for children. And you and I are grown men in our mid to late 20s talking about a television show for children. So it's worth keeping that in mind. I'm not saying if they go that direction, it'll like ruin the show or something.
It's just disappointing. Like you could have done more.
I'm just like, I hope they do more with this character. I'm hoping these next 2 episodes reveal something. I think a truly fitting ending for him would be like, if unlike the other 3 kids, he decides to go out and be a pirate still. That could be interesting. I don't know how they'll make that work.
Yeah, I assume the fact that he has maybe unless he was just like a full-on orphan or like his dad was shown as being like crummy or something like that. Otherwise, yeah, I don't see them going that direction unless like his dad becomes a pirate with him or something. But that's
his dad dies.
I don't. Yeah, no, I don't, yeah, I'm curious. I have a hunch they'll do something interesting with him by the end. They'll actually, like, make him more interesting as a character, not just a person who, an empty character who can use the Force now and has a lightsaber. But we'll see.
I hope there's something more there. I also just want to touch on Jude Law's character. I think there's a turn coming. I think here's what's gonna happen, is that the pirates are gonna get there around the same time as the kids do. And like one of his like pirate underlings are gonna be like, we're gonna kill the kids, Captain. And like he'll realize, damn, I'm a morally complex character. I can't let the pirate kill children. And he'll save the day. And they won't forgive him, but they'll be like, and get off this planet forever. And then he'll get back on his ship. And there will be 1 trillion Old Republic credits waiting for him with like a wink. You know, like you see the vision, right?
Yeah, no, he's clearly like he kind of fills a similar purpose to like Jack Sparrow in the Pirates movies, where he's like the chaotic neutral person who fucks with you, but hey, he's charismatic while he's doing it. He's not like evil, so we root for it when he fucks us over. Also, maybe I shouldn't be saying fuck so much and also wearing a beer hat for this children's show review. But I didn't feel like I was like I could take a shower now and have wet hair during the recording, or I can just wait till after the recording. So that's why I'm wearing a hat this episode, in case anyone was watching this and spent the whole time thinking like, oh, why is he wearing a hat? Those are my thoughts on the episode.
It's a good episode. I had a lot of fun. It was really nice seeing KB be developed more, because other than the fact that she was good with a blaster, I really didn't know much about her character. And now I feel like I understand her character a lot. I'm especially curious about what this accident was. And when I say I'm curious, I mean that as an interesting. Please don't tell me.
There'll be some spin-off novel or something that'll talk about it.
Maybe the next, it'll come up in the Mandalorian and Grogu movie.
Yeah, but I think this is a good episode. Maybe my favorite moment of the show is the part where they reunite and stuff. That might, like, if I had an individual... yeah, good episode, but besides that one really high point. Yeah, I guess those are my thoughts overall. Another good one. Hyped to see how it all concludes.
I agree completely. It's another good episode, and next episode's gonna be great. I'm excited to see this reach its climax.
Yeah.
But you know who else is excited to reach climax? You! The person watching / listening to this episode of Bomb Squad Talk Skeleton Crew. Thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. If you're listening on any of the audio platforms we're on, go ahead and leave us a review. It boosts us in the algorithm or something. I don't know. I just work here. If you are listening, how about you mosey on down over to our Patreon? The $5 tier gets you access to commentary tracks. We've been uploading 2 a month for a few months now. We have some exciting ones in the tank for you guys to see. So subscribe to the $5 tier if you want that. And if you want, you can subscribe to the $10 tier and get a shout out at the end of the episode. So, Mr. Jason Secord and my mom, Tanya Kraft, thank you so much for contributing to our Patreon. We really appreciate it. And if you are watching on YouTube, thank you oh so very much for watching. It's we really appreciate you guys tuning in. Go down to the comment section below and let me know, what did you think of this episode? Do you think they're going to reveal Wim is force sensitive? Who's your favorite of the kids so far? And finally, a favorite episode of Family Matters. Comment below and let me know. And while you're down there, hit the like button so we know how much you like us. Hit the subscribe button so we know how much you love us. And hit the bell icon to know exactly when we upload new videos. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye!
Just slid my ticket across the table and I said, sorry guys, I gotta see about a girl.